what does it take to play? Because they'll all say the same thing. And the guys that come to me and we work with, I want to play in college. Okay.
Yeah.
This is a chance for Jamie to tell them, what does it take to play in college?
You can't. It's like teaching hitting or teaching pitching. You can't address that with everybody the same way. First of all, go to the school that you want to go to. Don't go to the baseball program that you want to go to because, again, there's no assurances the baseball side of things are going to work out. Mention what I said. I went to Florida State. That's where I always wanted to go.
Right.
I had opportunities to go other places, but that's where I always wanted to go coming out of high school. Had to take the junior college route to get there.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to understand realistically what your talent level is, what where your ceiling is at the time, because that ceiling can easily change. Just be realistic about go to a place you can play.
Yeah.
Because you're only going to get good enough to play professional baseball if you're playing in college. There's just so many different things, man. Just play the game to enjoy playing the game. I tell the story, and I guess it's okay to tell stories, but
encouraged.
I was back in the Florida State days, and I was on the road recruiting. I'd been on the road for several weeks.
As a coach.
Been on the road for several weeks. And I tell this story, by the way, at every camp that I run, every time I get a chance to speak, because it's so relevant to how kids should approach how they play the game of baseball. Tired, had been on the road for 2 weeks. I finally got home. When I got home, I found I need to go on the other side of Atlanta to see a kid play. Because my kids were younger at the time, I wanted to get back. So I drove instead of flew, so I could drive back after the game. The game was started at 6 o'clock. It was over with at 8 o'clock. And I had a kid that I was supposed to see that's supposed to really be able to run. And his wheels were his his legs were his number one asset. I got there early and had his shirt tail out, hat on backwards, and as I always say, you only have one chance to make a first impression. His wasn't real good. And then his first at-bat, he hit a ground ball to shortstop. Left-handed hitter, had my clock out, perfect for me, because I was able to get a time, see what kind of game speed he had running from out of the box to first base. Apparently it wasn't perfect for him because he was upset with his at-bat. And got about halfway to first base, slowed down, never got to first base, threw his bat when he's coming out of the box, just showed really signs of frustration. Always ask the campers, always ask the people that I'm speaking to, you know what that young man did his second at-bat? The answer is, neither do I. Because I was back in my truck, headed home to see my kids and find players that wanted to play the game the right way.
Yeah.
It is very important that you play the game the right way. Today especially, because there are a lot of scouts out there, recruiters out there, and there are no secrets anymore. There were secrets back in the early 90s when I was doing the recruiting. There weren't as many professional teams out. There weren't as many college coaches. Recruiting was just kind of getting cranked up a little bit. There's no secrets now. Somebody's going to see you. I tell my kids, play the game every day, just like somebody paid to see you play. And when somebody does pay to come see you play, you don't have to worry about how you play the game.